As of right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been one of the league's best teams this season. And while there are many reasons as to why this Timberwolves team looks completely different compared to last year, there are two aspects that stand out. The first is clearly their lockdown defense. They are the number one defense in the league as of right now, only allowing 105.8 points per game. They are also number one in field goal percentage allowed at 43%, and they're also number one in 3-point percentage allowed at 32%. They're also 5th in the league for blocks per game with 6.2 blocks, and 11th in the league for steals with 7.9 steals a game. It's safe to say that Minnesota Timberwolves play some amazing defense, and that is one of the biggest reasons as to why the Timberwolves have gotten to a hot start. But the biggest reason as to why the Timberwolves have made such a huge leap this season is the leap to superstardom by Anthony Edwards. The 4th-year superstar out of Georgia has been outstanding in his first 3 seasons in the league, and the potential was always there. Coming out of college, he was compared to outstanding shooting guards like Dwayne Wade, Donovan Mitchell, and Jaylen Brown. The 6'5", 225-pound guard has one of the most unique builds and playstyles in the entire league. He has one of the quickest first steps in the entire NBA, and his bounce paired with that makes him one of the league's best slashers. Being a good slasher is great, but you know what makes someone so much more unguardable? When they have a jumper to pair with that slashing ability. Anthony Edwards' shooting numbers have only gotten better and better since his rookie season. He shot 33% in his rookie year to 39% from 3 in this season. Just look at how Tobias Harris gives him too much space on the 3-point line and he calmly knocks it down. Or look at how he uses his handles to make it seem like he's driving to the paint and then drops the mid-range jumper. Think about all the best scorers in the NBA today. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic. All these guys have good inside game and outside game. That was one of the things Anthony Edwards has solidly improved throughout his career, pairing his unreal slashing ability and hops with shooting. Coming into the NBA as a scoring, ball-handling guard, obviously playmaking will be a key factor in his development. It's very rare to come to the league with NBA-level passing, and Anthony Edwards wasn't one of them. He's increased his assist numbers throughout his career, averaging only 2.9 assists in his rookie season. His assist numbers have increased, averaging nearly 5 assists to start the season. The mesh of a 6'5" guard who can jump out the gym, shoot insanely well, and be a good playmaker makes him a threat to any defense. You can't just pack the paint or else he'll kill you from 3, and his handle and slashing ability makes it tough for anyone to stop. Paired with his playmaking makes him one of the league's best offensive players. But he isn't only one of the league's best offensive players. He's been really solid on the defensive end of things. Anthony Edwards has a defensive rating of 106.7, which is really good. You can't go on picking a guy who is quick enough to stay on fast guards, has the strength to go up against stronger players, and has a decent wingspan. So when did someone this good take the superstar leap? It started with the 2023 NBA playoffs. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves just came off a blowout win in the play-in tournament against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the OKC Thunder. They made it into the NBA playoffs and were matched up against the number 1 seed Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets won the series in 5, but Anthony Edwards showed signs of superstardom. Anthony Edwards averaged 32 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals, and he completely carved up the Denver defense. On the verge of a sweep at home, Anthony Edwards completely took over in Game 4, scoring 34 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 stocks. In overtime, he went out and isoed against Aaron Gordon, shifted him, then knocked down the clutch 3, single-handedly keeping the series alive. Even though they wanted to lose the series to the eventual champions, Anthony Edwards showed heart and showed that he is that guy for the Timberwolves. The next time Anthony Edwards showed sign of a superstar leap is when he played for Team USA during the offseason. Everyone thought the best player on that team was going to be Jalen Brunson or Brandon Ingram, but Anthony Edwards completely took over the leader role in our roster. Anthony Edwards averaged 18.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.1 steals in 26 minutes a game with Team USA, and led the team in scoring in minutes played. He scored 35 points in 29 minutes against Lithuania. His leadership as a 22-year-old showed that he is a true professional and a future superstar. So you could see entering the 2023-24 NBA season, people would see that Anthony Edwards will take this leap this season, and he's 100% done it. And there's one amazing performance that I want to highlight from Anthony Edwards this season. It's a random Monday afternoon in November, with the Boston Celtics coming in town to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He put up an all-around performance with 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists on 60% field goal percentage. He had some big plays down the stretch of the overtime, hitting clutch threes and getting big-time mid-range buckets. Anthony Edwards had a quote in the offseason that went something like, "I like the big matchups. I want to show everybody that I'm better than them." And that shows me everything I need to see from a player. And while some people like to think of Anthony Edwards as the future, I think that term is outdated because he's already here. He obviously needs to work on some things in his game, like improving his free throw shooting and keeping his turnover numbers low. But those problems are things that can be fixed over time. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without all you guys.